Hey guys, Marsagan here, bringing on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle video, and today we are going to be taking a look at the new Stage 2 of the Greatest Tours event. Now, I've already heard some horror stories from the guys that have been playing this earlier today. I didn't get around to trying this on stream because we did the Easy A's, and then, as you know, at this point, the Buu Duo Showcase took me ages to do. But there's something very interesting here. So stage 2, we know how this works, right? There's multiple fights. You can dip out at any point. The last fight's obviously going to be the hardest. However, stage 2, formidable foes from Tournament of Power. You can choose which enemies to challenge on the map or avoid some of them and continue forward, which is different to the previous one, where you had to fight them one by one and then leave at a certain point when you choose. Now, however, Jiren, waiting deep in the map, is one of the most powerful enemies in Dokkan Battle. Don't let your guard down or you could be KO'd in a single hit. If you decide to challenge him, make use of every item you can bring and give it your all. So the game straight up telling you you need to use items against Jiren is kind of insane. So I'm going to jump in. I don't really know what team to use. I haven't looked into the details of the event like beforehand. The only thing I believe is that the first phase for Jiren, I think he disables dodge, which makes the blue Goku not as helpful. However, obviously once he uses his active skill, it's fine. The UI Goku, we could obviously change into Vegeta for a turn and potentially be fine. So I'm going to try out this team, which is just the team that I ran for the showcase of the GT duo, and have them on the team and hopefully make some use of their standby and potential revival as well. So let's just go ahead, jump straight in. I've got a Whis, so you can bring 2 items. So I'm going to bring the Whis, and then let's just bring a, I was going to say just bring a Ghost Usher. A lot of the characters on our team have damage reduction, so I wonder if Princess Snake is fine, because it's a heal and damage reduction. But yeah, let's just straight up bring Ghost Usher as one of the items and see how we get on. So I'm going to try and see how far we can get in the gauntlet without using items and seeing how we get on. So the map, as you can see, is very different to stage 1. So you can, if you want, just go all the way down the line to... Wait, actually, no. Where's... Oh, no, Jiren's over here. Right, so there's a cloud... No, because doesn't that... The cloud thing, doesn't that take you back to the beginning? Or... Wait, so... Oh, no, there's the one for Jiren. Okay, so these are the typical... You hit the damage node, then the cloud will take you back to the beginning, and you can go into the fights on low HP. Or you can just go all the way up to the top here, and then instead of fighting Aniraza, which would then take you to the end of the stage. So actually, if you fight Aniraza, you can't fight Jiren. That's interesting. So I guess what we'll do to start off with here, we'll check out all the fights, and then I can put a timestamp. Like if you just want to see the Jiren fight, I'll put a timestamp down below, because yeah, like if we fight Aniraza, that then just ends the run and you don't actually get to fight Jiren, which is interesting. So starting off, the Pride Troopers, I mean, these guys, they're hitting for like 4 million straight away, which is quite a decent amount. I mean, Vegeta, we managed to get 3 rainbow orbs. He's got a decent bit of damage reduction on this first turn. It is the friend one, so hopefully with the defense that he has, he should be okay here. He's gonna get supered straight away, of course. And these guys, they don't raise attack or anything, so I think we'll be fine. Well, I say that, 427k. I mean, that's the thing. The Super Saiyan 4s are not really a slot 1 character. So we just had an awkward starting rotation here, and had to put them in slot 1 regardless. But either way, it's fine. Alright, so 14 million here for Vegeta. So yeah, these guys, the Pride Troopers, they hit for just under 4 million. It's like 3.92, so basically 4 million. They have an AoE, which the initial hit does 1.4 million, and then the secondary hits are 700k, which is kind of crazy. Their normals do 1.4 million damage as well. So they are actually no slouch, like as the first boss. In the first one, the stage 1, the first boss was like Lude, right? And he is super easy. Very, very like low difficulty. Whereas this guy, or these guys I should say, the Pride Troopers, because it is a multiple unit enemy, certainly a little bit more challenging than we had seen from the stage 1 stuff. So that's interesting. But GT Duo get their super attacks off here, get some stacks in. Because, yeah, I mean, the problem, I guess, with this stage, the low HP strategy obviously works really well from hitting the damage node at the beginning and then just being able to use the standbys straight away with both of the 8-year LRs, which obviously will be a very viable strategy. I mean, I don't know how, like, ridiculously hard Jiren is going to be right from the start, but in the run where we go for Jiren, like, it potentially is a smart strategy to just hit one of the damage nodes, then go all the way to the Jiren fight. Especially if you've got like the Boo duo on the first turn, just stand by straight away. The only thing is, obviously, they don't then get the benefit of all the defensive stacks from the previous turns. But these guys do only have 200 million HP, which these days obviously isn't a huge amount. I mean, we have done almost all of that damage in one turn. So, yeah, so we've got both of our slot 1 units on the first turn, which is a little bit annoying. But obviously, you have guaranteed dodge for the turn. So we'll do this, and then just do this. Even without getting the 24 key, like without getting the EX or anything like that, we should be able to take these guys out in one turn here. I'll say one more in one turn, in this turn. Yeah, no EX for UI Goku, but that's fine, because he has 100% dodge on this turn anyway. Plus we get to see the Moro Punch. I do actually kind of like, even though I like the fact that he sort of changes into the white hair UI for the Kamehameha, I kind of like the 12 key super attack animation more, to be honest. So it's just annoying, like on every turn other than the first turn, you obviously do really want that EX super so that you have that dodge chance. Well, I say dodge chance, that guaranteed dodge. It's such a ridiculously powerful ability. The fact that the EX super just gives him guaranteed dodge for the turn. Like, that is obviously, like, exceptionally powerful. Because it just means when it goes off, you know you don't have to worry about him taking any damage for the rest of the turn. It's just obviously then the balancing act of the situations where he doesn't get it, and then you have to worry about him actually dodging, because his dodge chance after attacking is obviously lower. But yeah, Goku eats that for double-digit damage, and then Blue Goku, obviously not the craziest attack stat here, but should finish them off, I hope. Because, yeah, we get the additional. I mean, to be honest, his additional here, even if it was a normal, probably just kills them anyway. They've got such little health left. So, yeah, the Pride Troopers, nothing really too crazy. 4 million damage super straight out of the gate obviously means you ideally want to have a unit that can tank relatively well in slot 1, but I also find it funny that your reward for doing the sub-bosses is the fact that you get a what turns out to just be a Z-Sword training item. So, Kale and Caulifla, these guys, they super for 3.6 million, which is not as high. They can super twice in one turn, however. We can get 4 Rainbow Orbs here with the Vegeta as well, so he is in actually a bit of a better spot this time around in slot 1. So, we'll do that, grab those for you. And then, honestly, we might as well just use Goku turn 1, since there's not enough Rainbow Orbs. He's going to change all of these int ones down here as well. Now, this fight is 2 phases, which is why I imagine that the Kale and Caulifla super for slightly less than the Pride Troopers. Because they have a second phase after this where you fight against Kefla. Plus, they can super twice. So I guess that's kind of the whole point, right? They do less damage than the boss that can super once, because they can super you twice. But as you can see, with the 4 Rainbow Orbs collected, Vegeta tanking that considerably better. Taking less from both of those supers than we took from the single super from the Pride Troopers. So that works out well enough for us here. And then Vegeta actually getting the EX as well, so we get to take advantage of having the bonus attack power for everybody else for a couple of well, I say for a couple of turns, a permanent stack. But this event obviously not crazy long, so wonder how much benefit we will actually really see from that. But obviously every little helps, and like I said in the GT Duo video, the fact that they are stacking attack, the more attack they have to start off with, then obviously the more stacking they do, right? The more percentage, each increase is going to be slightly more, with their base attack being higher each time. So, yeah, obviously works out quite nicely for them. But that's the thing, in these shorter events that are going to run shorter like this, the GT Duo obviously don't start out doing like crazy damage straight away. But obviously it's all about the build-up for them. So we should be in a good spot here. They've already done both of their super attacks. Their normal attacks do 1.2 million, but with the damage reduction and everything that all of our units have, we shouldn't have to worry about really taking any damage here from any normal attacks. So it should be all good. Okay, they have a 5% chance to dodge, okay, which of course came through there. They don't have any other special abilities. The Pride Troopers didn't have any other special abilities, I guess, outside of the AoE, if you consider that. In fact, the Pride Troopers, I didn't even notice, could actually be attack and defense lowered as well. But Kale and Caulifla can't. Interestingly enough, the second phase, Kefla, can be attack lowered. So that's a potential strategy depending on what team you're running, and if you have units that are capable of attack lowering, the fact that that is actually possible. But yeah, Goku getting his supers off here. Obviously going to have the nice dodge chance after getting all these attacks off. But yeah, these fights obviously are a lot shorter. 200 million HP for these guys. However, Kefla has 700 million, so the Kefla fight could certainly go on a little bit longer here. Alright, but again, like, the good thing about the short fights for some of these characters is you have characters like UI Goku, who then comes in and has a 100% chance to dodge on the first turn, which means the first, like, him being on the first turn is going to be repeated multiple times because you're doing multiple shorter fights. So he has a 100% dodge here, so they can super in slot 1 all they like, but UI Goku gets the dodge. So that's 2 turns in a row they've done the super, like, literally just back-to-back double slot 1 super. It's kind of crazy. But on this turn, as I say, with UI Goku, obviously nothing to be particularly concerned about with our 100% dodge chance here. Of course, now we get the EX super on a turn where we don't need it because we're going to dodge everything anyway. But hey, we'll always take that. In fact, he might just kill them here with his additionals, which is fine. Nobody else on the rotation like needs to build up. Although obviously Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku getting his EX super would be beneficial because it buffs everybody else's attack on like the next couple of turns. So that would actually be quite nice to get here. But yeah, Goku's just going to finish them off. So now we're on to Kefla. So Kefla is int. Kefla supers for 3.6 mil, but she massively raises attack. So actually she supers for about 5 million, and she can super twice every turn as well. So yeah, we need Blue Goku to actually come in clutch and get some dodges here. No rainbow, not a great rainbow orb situation for the Vegeta again. So I guess we will switch over to the Goku, grab all of those. Gives him his full passive here. Alright, so Kefla with the... Is she going to double super slot 1 as well? Okay, no, she just did the 1 super here. So it'll be interesting to see if the GT duo gets supered by Kefla here. Obviously, they are going to have... They don't have the extra damage reduction now because they've already been in slot 2 once before. But they've done enough supers by the time she attacks them to have built up their base 50% damage reduction. And they do get a decent amount of defense with each super attack that they do for the turn. So hopefully they will be in a good enough spot here to tank a super from her. But see how this plays out. Who's in slot 3 on this turn? Oh, Goku. Well, Goku's going to have pretty good dodge chance. I guess the ideal scenario is just that she supers Goku at the end and he dodges. But we'll see whether these guys are actually able to tank the super here from Kefla if she does super them. Additional normal from the hidden potential is not really what we want. But then here's the super. So how much are they taking from this? Hopefully post super their defense should be pretty high. Yeah, double-digit damage, nice. So yeah, at least we know, like, type neutral, I mean, they got guard, but a 5 million damage super, after they've got their attacks off, they're taking double-digit damage. Her normals only do, like, 1.2 million. So even if Goku didn't dodge after his attacks here, he gets a bunch of extra damage reduction from his attacks as well. So he should be perfectly fine. I might use the good old free, like, 1 turn of guaranteed, like, Blue Evo invincibility on this next turn. Because then we know we're going to get back to the Blue Duo turn and get the standby. Well, I say we know we are. Obviously, that she doesn't necessarily do both the supers in slot 1, but it probably works out decently well for this next turn. Okay, so Goku gets the dodges. That's good. And then we can go ahead and throw you over here. Do this. Okay, so we might as well use some active skills here. So remember, Goku's active skill gives GT heroes a defense buff, Power of Wishes characters a attack buff. Unfortunately, these guys are not on either, but let's go ahead and Spirit Bomb here with Goku. It's funny that we're going to see that basically again, but in slightly better. Oh yeah, I forgot that that happens as well. I probably shouldn't have done that first. Well, that's fine. Do this for you. Get your active skill off as well. I'm not going to use the Vegeta one because I like the strategy of using the Vegeta, using the active skill on the next turn and then switching back into UI so that UI does more damage overall. I quite like that strat with the UI reverse guys. And then we can do this. I mean, Goku, both the Gokus already got enough int orbs on their first turn anyway that we don't need to worry about that. But obviously the Blue Evo, just gets the dodge, fair enough. I was going to say, obviously he's going to tank this for double-digit damage, but instead, we'll just dodge and take nothing. So we get final impact. I do love his all of his animations. Evolution Vegeta, super good. I just love this UI Goku Blue Evolution unit. They're so good. And then UI Goku. Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku. No EX Super, unfortunately. But still get 66 mil here. Still get the additional as well. So, I mean, that's still a very decent amount of damage for him for the turn. And then Goku at the end. Yeah, 65 million. Okay. So this next turn, with the support that the GT Duo give with their when they change into the Vegeta, not only can we not die, because, you know, we're going to have the revival available, the support on this turn is going to be pretty crazy. So we are going to be able to do a lot of damage. I mean, Goku himself is doing a lot of damage here at the end of the turn, so this is all going quite well. She is going to Super Goku, though. He's going to dodge, though? Yeah, of course he is. That dodge chance, you love to see it. Getting all those attacks off, each one giving him more dodge with each attack. So, good spot here. Right, so... I mean, really, we are in a great spot here. I mean, I could use the Super Saiyan. I could use the Super Saiyan 4, like Great Ape transformation, but I feel like we don't really need to do that here. We'll go ahead and do this. Get the massive support and the key support. I wonder how much damage Goku will do with his active skill here with the GT Duo support, because he's getting 110% extra attack. Yeah, not bad. And then do this. I mean, I said in their showcase, right, with the GT Duo, the Spirit Bomb's not going to do insane damage if you're not getting a bunch of stacks, like, beforehand, like, without transforming them. But still going to do some very, very good damage. And, of course, the main thing is, for some of these more difficult events, the fact that it is giving you the revival option, right? So... even if the Spirit Bomb's not doing a crazy amount of damage, we're reviving and not losing the run, which I think in some situations is probably more important than damage, depending on the situation for that turn. But obviously everyone getting the big support is really helpful here as well. But yeah, let's see what Vegeta does here. 35 million. I mean, the best case scenario here is that Vegeta doesn't kill Kefla, and then she kills him, and then he just kills her with the Spirit Bomb. That's like the ideal way that this turn, like, or this fight ends here. But let's see what happens. Because we got the 4-turn raise. I mean, none of the raises and stuff really matter. Yeah, she 3.8 million from a normal. Which is kind of crazy. She builds up attack with each attack received. I was about to say, because her normals only do 1.2, but she gets 6% extra attack with each attack received with no maximum ceiling. So the more she gets hit, the crazier damage she does. So yeah, Vegeta was actually always just a goner there, and I didn't even realize. All right, so... Oh, this is interesting. So actually, you can only fight Catopesla or Ribrienne. That's interesting. You actually can't... Well, I mean, we know because Jiren is separated, we can't do an all bosses run anyway. So Catopesla is a weird multiple... He's got, like, weird, like, scripted attacks. He creates tech bomb orbs, and he gets a massive attack buff on the first turn. Ribrienne is Ribrienne, Kakunsa, and Rosie. Also, Ribrienne disables dodge. Well, for her, obviously. She also gets an attack boost when the Rosie and Kakunsa are not present. So ideally, I guess you need to try and kill Ribrienne first. I guess the big difference is they all have a lot less HP. So let's go for this one first. It means we'll have to use Blue Evolution Vegeta straight away. Well... Actually, unless Ribrienne's just not attacking in slot. No, she is. Because Ribrienne is the one that disables dodge, not everyone. So, as long as we take out Ribrienne first, then everybody else will be able to dodge. Or we'll be able to dodge the other characters. So, in fact, this should be fine. We do this, and then we get 3 rainbows for you there. Or do we just want to use Goku? No, we'll probably just do this. There's an AoE at the end of the turn as well from... Oh, that is from Ribrienne as well. So yeah, Ribrienne is the go-to. We get rid of her first. She disables dodge. She has an AoE. So all in all, quite annoying. So yeah, we definitely want to get rid of her first. EX Super for Goku, 90 million. Let's go. Buffs the other's attack, which is obviously helpful as well. Because, yeah, Ribrienne has 360 million HP. The other two have 180 million. If we fight Catopesla, he has 450. So, yeah, we've done a pretty good amount of damage to Ribrienne already. Nice. Goku just getting the dodge. He's like, nah. I don't think I will get hit by that super attack, actually. And then we get the EX for Vegeta, so a nice attack buff for everybody. Okay, so we've done almost half of her HP in one turn. That's not too bad. The AoE shouldn't be too bad as well now after everyone else has already got their attacks off. So we should be good. Her AoE does 1.3 million and then the secondary hits 665. That's not too bad. Yeah, so really none of these guys have particularly crazy. Rosie is the one you want to take out next, I guess, because she gets 50% attack with each turn passed. And that has no cap. So obviously the more turns she's in play, the more powerful she's going to become. But realistically, I think you do want to get rid of Ribrienne first, just because she has the very annoying dodge disabling. Although, yeah, see, she's not actually attacking. Gosh, the AoE can't be dodged, though, I guess, is the problem. But with Blue Goku, after he supers, he should be able to tank her AoE. Because, yeah, funnily enough, she's not attacking in slot 1 at all. So Blue Goku can just dodge in slot 1 against her attacks. So we'll do that. And then, there we go, get the 4 rainbow orbs for Vegeta. We've also got the Dokkan attack here as well, which is helpful. Do a little bit of extra damage to everyone. Not ideal to get it with Blue Goku, but it is what it is. So yeah, he dodges all of their attacks here. Very, very good. And then we can go ahead and get the Dokkan attack here. I forgot about the Dokkan attack, because obviously even though it's multiple shorter fights, we're still building up the same gauge. So 26.7, obviously nothing really too crazy. Bonus damage from the Dokkan attack, getting all the all the nodes hit as well. But obviously this isn't going to be enough to like take out Ribrienne here or anything. But still does some okay damage. Decent little chunk off of both of Rosie and Kakunsa as well. So not too bad. Because yeah, Goku's defense after supering should be enough that even though he can't dodge the AoE from Ribrienne, it should be fine in terms of how well he will tank the normal. Because I mean, she's only doing 1.3 million damage. He should have around 1 million defense at this point anyway. And he has quite good damage reduction. That's the thing a lot of people forget about Goku. Even though he's dodge or die against the big super attacks, he does actually have a decent amount of damage reduction. So normal attacks aren't too bad for him if he doesn't dodge, especially after supering. So stuff like AoEs after he's attacked, as long as not like an AoE super obviously, but AoE abilities like this where it's just the AoE normal attacks, after he's supered, in most situations he is going to be perfectly fine. So yeah, just takes double-digit damage, so that's all good. Rosie and Kakunsa both super attacked straight away as well, so we're all good here. I mean, to be fair, the GT duo would be fine anyway. They got multiple supers off. They got at least 80% damage reduction on this turn, so obviously they are fine as well. Vegeta, I think, yeah, not quite going to be able to take out Ribrienne here, unfortunately, but that does leave us in a bit of an interesting spot for the next turn, because we obviously have the UI Goku that can't dodge. I mean, we could use Blue Evolution Vegeta again, but he's not really going to be a slot 1 unit. So the next turn would be interesting to see how this plays out here. Yeah, Ribrienne's super is only like 4 million as well, so yeah, tanks that perfectly fine. Well, actually, I guess to be fair, with the she's attacking now. She's attacking once here. The issue is going to be whether they do the super attacks or not. What about you? Will you be okay in slot 1 here? I think against this level of super attack, you should be fine. Thing is, I don't want to break up the rotation and float you off, because I need... Well, I could stand by with the GT duo next turn as well. I'm just thinking about how badly this potentially messes up the rotations, but I think this would be fine. Obviously not a huge amount of ki for Goku here, though, unfortunately. So that's not ideal. But we'll do that. We'll do that. And then do that. So, of course, she supers straight away. But Daima Goku, yeah, I was going to say, like a 4 million damage super for him isn't a huge issue. Rosie has had quite a few buffs now. But she's also only physical, so... Okay, yeah, see that. So you can see the difference. Like, Rosie can build up her attack quite quickly and be quite dangerous in terms of her super, especially if she's going to be supering in slot 1 consistently, which she does appear to have been doing. So that's not great for us. But to be fair, at least everyone has supered. So you should be fine here. As long as... yeah, as long as Super Saiyan 3 Goku, if he's on the turn where he can't transform, it means he still has his guard. So he's fine. And then Blue Evolution Vegeta here. Hopefully we'll take out Ribrienne. We need to get some crits, but... Because, yeah, next turn I can kind of mess around with my rotations here a little bit. Floating off these guys. Because obviously I want Goku back as a slot 1 unit once we get to, like, the next fight. But what we can do is by floating them off here... We can float off the Blue Goku on the next rotation. And then we know we can't die because we've got the revive. So, although Ribrienne is... Actually, so I need to float him off anyway. But Ribrienne is dead now. So we don't actually need to worry about the not dodging in slot 1. But that's fine. So we'll go ahead and do this. In fact, we wouldn't have had to worry about the not dodging in slot 1 anyway, because it's the turn where we can use the active skill. So I might do this. And bear in mind, we want to take out Rosie first here if we can. Oh boy. Well, that's pretty good. Oh, actually, so all I need to do then is do this. Do this. Spirit Bomb Rosie for some big damage. Oh, don't tell me she's still alive. It didn't crit, which is annoying. Is she dead? Oh, come on. I was going to say, then we do this and have the Spirit Bomb just nuke Kakunsa. Well, I guess we could do this, and if, like... Because Goku has what? Is it, like, just... Yeah, it just has 40% chance to dodge. Rainbow Friend... What build does the Rainbow Friend have? Are they full dodge? 14 dodge. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter either way. Because either we put Vegeta in slot 1 and he just gets hit and dies. And then we revive and get the Spirit Bomb. Or we put Goku in slot 1 and die and revive and get the Spirit Bomb anyway. So it doesn't really matter. So we'll go ahead and do that. Grab those. Grab those. Come on, Goku. Get these clutch dodges. I mean, he only needs to dodge if it's a super, to be fair. But... Okay, well, he didn't dodge any of them, so... Wow, he still only took double-digit damage from her. Okay, and then he dodged the only super that would have been the one that actually dealt damage. That's hilarious. And then Vegeta actually gets to attack. So the Spirit Bomb is absolutely going to just destroy her here. Damn it, I would have targeted... If I knew all of that was going to happen, I would have targeted Rosie, because then Vegeta would have killed her with his super attacks, and then the Spirit Bomb would have killed Kakunsa, but... Either way, the Spirit Bomb is going to kill her now. Of all the ways that could have played out, that's not exactly how I expected it. Yeah, 999 without it critting is pretty funny. And then, yeah, we just... Daima Goku active skill U. And then that's GG. All right, well, there you go. So that one was certainly very interesting. Taking out Ribrienne first, I definitely think is the way to go, because she is the one that disables dodge. And so now we just have Aniraza left to do this almost full bosses run. I do think it's interesting that you can't actually do all the bosses in one run. So, but this guy doesn't disable dodge. He does seal a random enemy. So, of course, he sealed UI Goku. Great. But obviously UI Goku has guaranteed dodge for the turn. So we can put him there. Grab those, because the super attack he gets doesn't really matter. I don't want to get all the rainbow orbs with the GT duo. So we can grab those. And then grab those. $131k. It's not ideal. He supers for 6.6 million, which is kind of crazy. Yeah, his AoE does 2.2 million damage. I was going to say, it's a bit crazy that the GT Duo actually took a little bit of damage, but yeah, damn. His AoE is 2.2 million, and obviously the GT Duo on turn 1, not going to be great against the AoE. But yeah, very annoying that he sealed Goku. That's actually a situation that I hadn't really thought of until now. That UI Goku, if you fight any boss that can randomly seal a unit and he seals UI Goku, that means UI Goku obviously can't do his EX Super, which means he can't get the 100% dodge for the rest of the turn after getting it. So they're actually that kind of is kind of a massive nerf for that Goku, really. That if he gets randomly sealed, I mean, turn 1 obviously it's fine because he just has guaranteed dodge anyway, but yeah, that could certainly be awkward in some situations for sure. But yeah, these guys having supered should be fine here now, right? Even with the 6, yeah, because he supers for 6.6 million, but after supering, they just tank that for double-digit damage, so that is all good. But yeah, kind of scary, like that sort of damage. We are very much relying. We've been lucky enough so far that are, you know, Blue Goku, and like we've been getting the slot 1 dodges that we need. Obviously for UI, turn 1 we know is fine. Turn 2 we could switch over to Vegeta, and then we know we're fine there as well. So yeah, it's just relying on the dodging is sometimes not what you want, right? But sometimes you got to do it. So it's one of those things. Some of the characters like UI Goku and Blue Goku are some of the best slot 1 units in the current meta, but they rely on dodge. So they're the best looking slot 1s for some of these teams if they're actually dodging, but otherwise you could be in for an awkward situation. Okay, so he sealed Daima Goku, which is annoying because, again, in a similar sort of fashion, it means that Daima Goku can't get his EX super if he's sealed. So 4 rainbow orbs for the Vegeta. Oh, I floated off the other Vegeta, didn't I? I probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm going to end up with a double Vegeta turn, which is fine because I can just exchange one of them into Goku. So it's actually not the end of the world, but that's not really what I meant to do. But we're okay. Goku gets the dodge, gives the defensive buff here. I mean, I'm assuming that, yeah, Daima Goku should still be fine. Obviously, not being able to super is kind of awkward for him. Because he is providing such a crazy amount of damage for us on this turn. But yeah, everyone tanks the AoE for double-digit damage, so that's good. Double AoEs in slot 2 there is kind of crazy. But another EX super for the... Well, I say another, this is the other Vegeta. But back-to-back EX supers is definitely what we like to see. Get those attack buffs in there. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't mind taking a bit of damage on this turn to either get the standby or the Giant Ape transformation on the next turn. I'm not sure which one would be the most beneficial, because the Giant Ape transformation obviously can get rid of all of the attacks and stuff, but then it also heals you, so then you know you can't get the standby. But I suppose at that point then you don't really need it, because you know you're not getting supered or anything. So, should be fine. Yeah. Vegeta tanks after supering. That's the thing. These guys after supering, the 6.6 million damage super isn't really a huge issue. But yeah, with him having that damage threshold as well, sealed Daima Goku just doing 0 damage, kind of crazy. Sealed him again. Although actually, isn't this the funny bit of tech where actually we can, because you can see the thing, the icon to say that he's sealed. If we then exchange into Vegeta. Then Vegeta is not sealed. So these guys, they supered 4 times. So they have 40% damage reduction, 1.1 million. So again, they will take some damage from the AoE here, but they should be okay. They shouldn't take big damage. And obviously we are kind of relying on Super Saiyan 3 Goku very much needs to dodge the AoEs here, because even though he has guard, his start of turn defense only 400k. That could be kind of awkward. Slot 1 super, this is perfect for us here, because this is the Blue Evo turn where he is invincible. He has 107% damage reduction before he attacks here, so he's all good. Decent damage for him here as well. Because, yeah, what did I say? Did I say his HP? Aniraza has 450 million. Which isn't that crazy. So, a couple of attacks off here from these guys is good. And then, yeah, the GT duo with their build-up that they've gotten already should be looking pretty solid here. Yeah, see, they take double-digit damage. Goku gets the dodge. Good. Hopefully one hit wouldn't kill us if he doesn't dodge the second AoE. We've got 1 million, just over 1 million HP. But he gets the dodges. Our GOAT coming in clutch. We'll love to see it. And then, yeah, these guys are at 38 start of turn. The fact that he supered slot 1 is a huge, relief for the way the rest of this rotation plays out as well. Because UI Goku, Super Saiyan 3 Goku at the end, not dodging a super would obviously be death, but that can't happen now. And then, yeah, his normal attacks are doing 2.2 million as well, but at least with Super Saiyan 3 Goku, he has the guard, and after he attacks, his defense is a bit higher. So I don't think we would get one shot. I don't know. I don't think so after he supers. Simply because he has guard, I think we should be okay. And obviously we've got 1,000,000 HP, but... yeah, the GT duo, perfectly fine there. I think we probably do just kill him on the next turn, especially because we can probably combo off a bunch of different active skills here as well. Yeah, so like if we switch... do I want to pick up the orbs first? Maybe. You're not on... are they on... they're not on Power of Wishes. I know they're obviously not a GT Heroes character, but these guys aren't on Power of Wishes, are they? I don't think there's any... yeah, there's no wish-related stuff for these guys. So let's go for... I don't want to pick up the... I don't want to use the Spirit Bomb. Yeah, because the Spirit Bomb Goku's not going to buff them anyway. So I can do his active skill first, which obviously gives him a buff, does some damage. Then... actually, I think to be fair, the double Spirit Bomb thing, we probably just kill him that way, right? Because I would do this, then we would reverse you, exchange you into Goku. Then do the Spirit Bomb, which I think probably just kills him. Yeah, I was going to say. And then if that doesn't kill him, we just switch them around, reverse him back to Vegeta, reverse the other Vegeta to Goku and use his Spirit Bomb, which is then massively buffed by the first Goku's active skill. So, yeah, there you go. So that is the normal gauntlet of all the bosses that are not Jiren. Apart from Catopesla, because, yeah, annoyingly, you can only fight Ribrienne or Catopesla. But we can obviously include his fight in the video here, because you can skip a bunch of, like, just skip all the fights all the way to him. So obviously, remember, there are missions for beating each of the bosses as individual missions. There's one for beating 4 bosses and beat the stage. So obviously that can be any combination of the ones you want. Clear all the stages gets you the wallpaper, because obviously we've already beaten stage 1. So we just have Catopesla and Jiren as the remaining missions. So first of all, let's go ahead and throw on the wallpaper. There we go. Yeah, that's very cool. I do like that. So we'll keep that on for a bit. So we want to get the Catopesla run in here before we go ahead and take out Jiren. So we'll use the same team build just because it's obviously the one that we ran through the stage with. But it means we can go just all the way up the middle. Avoid the Pride Troopers, avoid Kale and Caulifla, and then fight Catopesla. Okay, so I thought we'd do some funny shenanigans, actually, for the Catopesla fight here. And I have actually hit the couple of damage nodes at the bottom to get us to 50% HP with the GT duo. Now, I know, obviously, with not getting any attack stacks, we're not going to have, like, a crazy high damage output for, like, the Spirit Bomb here or anything. But I feel like this could be pretty funny, because we are going to be able to do a pretty decent amount of damage, because everyone's going to be getting a nice amount of support. In fact, we could probably just go for the straight up, like, use the Vegeta to get extra damage here. Do this. Then, in fact, swap to Goku. Get the orb change here. He changes the tech orbs as well. Like, Catopesla creates tech bomb orbs, but then Goku's just going to change all of the tech orbs into int. So then we can do this. But Catopesla has scripted attacks and always super attacks in slot 3. So we're going to get our attacks off here. And then he is going to super the GT, well, the GT Vegeta in slot 3 and kill him. But Vegeta will have already gotten his attacks off, which means the 18 key that gives us a buff for 4 turns. So this should be a pretty funny way to do this. Obviously, like I say, we're not expecting the Spirit Bomb to do insane damage, because we haven't gotten any stacks with the Super Saiyan 4s. The GT duo. I, of course, always forget that it's with a base form Goku, so they don't have the Saiyan Raw link or anything like that, which is can definitely be noticeable if you're using them in slot 2, and then you have like a Super Saiyan 4 character in slot 1 or 3. The fact that they don't have the Saiyan Raw link active, which can be quite a lot of extra attack power, as well as the extra defense, obviously. But yeah, these guys hitting pretty hard thanks to all of the support. He has 450 million HP. So the same as Aniraza, but we've pretty much done like half of his health in one turn. And then the Spirit Bomb, whilst obviously it won't be super crazy in this setup for like turn 1, should still be pretty good. And obviously Goku getting all these attacks off has a very good dodge chance and damage reduction. But as I say, Catopesla has scripted attacks and always supers in slot 3. So we know that we don't have to worry about Goku taking a super. So if he got hit with a normal attack here, he would just tank it for double-digit damage anyway. So Vegeta, 21 million if he's got no stacks. We haven't done a turn 1 standby with them yet. So it's 21 million into additional of 16, which obviously nothing crazy, but we're not expecting anything crazy from him really in terms of the damage output. We're just expecting that to happen. So for him to get hit and take 3.5 million damage. Use the Spirit Bomb. 44 million. Obviously nothing crazy, but kind of funny to just do that straight away. And then I guess we go ahead and do this. So get the 4 Rainbow Orbs for you. Obviously we'll be relying on Blue Goku to dodge the Super in slot 3. But why does there have to be so many Tech Orbs? I should have thought about this. If I was able to, if I'd have seen how the orbs are going to be laid out before, I should have put Super Saiyan 3 Goku in slot 3, grabbed the orbs, and then used the giant form transformation. Damn, his normal attack's doing more than I expected, considering Vegeta got the 4 rainbow orbs. That 300% attack, so it's worded he gets attacked 300% on the first turn from the character's entry turn, but that must be permanent because his normals are only supposed to do 1 million damage. So with the plus 300%, it means it's actually 4 million. That makes more sense because there's no way Vegeta's taking 70k from 1 million damage normals. Like with 4 rainbow orbs having the big damage reduction, that seems way too much. But especially for the rainbow friend, I don't know. But yeah, this guy, I thought when I read that straight away, I was like, oh, he just gets a massive attack buff on turn 1. But it feels like it is actually permanent because, yeah, I mean, he hit Vegeta for 3 odd million with 1 normal, although that was turn 1. So that would make sense. But, well, either way, we need Blue Goku to get the dodges here. I used Blue Evo on turn 1 last time as well, which means we have UI Goku with, like, guaranteed dodge. We just need to make sure we actually kill, or actually dodge the attack here, because we've done enough damage. He's just dead next turn. In fact, he won't even get to Super next turn, right? Like, he'll be dead before the end of the rotation. But Blue Goku needs to dodge here. Good. Oh, that wasn't actually the last attack. Okay. I think, as far as I'm aware, it is always slot 3, but obviously, I guess not always the last attack. But alright, so UI turn 1, so he's got guaranteed dodge. Grab those. Grab those. And then very annoying key situation for Goku, because I don't really want to pick up. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter because it's this guy's first turn, so he's going to dodge everything anyway. So between UI Goku attacking and Daima Goku attacking, like, Catopesla should be dead. But we are on 2% HP, thanks to the bomb orbs. I mean, Daima Goku will tank 4 million damage normals after attacking anyway, so even if somehow Daima Goku doesn't kill him, he should still survive. Like, he should tank the normals for double-digit damage. So the fact that we weren't left on 1 HP, we should be perfectly fine. Because we know Goku can't get hit at all. UI Goku here. Yeah, I mean, one well-placed EX super here from Catopesla is going to be GG. From Catopesla, no, that would be bad. One well-placed EX super here from Goku should be all we need. Yeah, there we go. 106 million. Nice. The EX super RNG coming in clutch when we actually needed it. That's what we like to see. So, there we go. Alright, so that's Catopesla defeated. So yeah, weirdly, with the way the map is laid out here, so you can't leave the stage after you fight any of these guys, actually. You have to go, so regardless of which of the bosses you choose to fight earlier, you either go to the cloud there, which takes you to Jiren, or you fight Aniraza, which takes you to the star at the end. So that means that with this team, I have to beat Aniraza again to get the mission. But I mean, I'll cut that bit out because we've already seen this fight. I mean, it should be quite funny here from turn one. I am going to go ahead and I'm not going to use the Spirit Bomb active straight away again, but I am just going to transform this Goku. So we're going to take advantage of the him getting rid of all the abilities. But yeah, I'll beat Aniraza and then just cut back to getting the mission at the end, I guess. Okay, so we beat Aniraza, hit the star at the end. Going into the fight on low HP after that other one was great because I used the Super Saiyan 4 Goku. After the Giant Ape, I actually didn't heal above 50%, so I kept myself at lower HP and then was able to stand by and use them in the next turn. And then some big active skills just killed them off. So that was actually, I defeated Aniraza super quickly there. And there you go. That's the Catopesla mission done for another 3 stones. So all we have left to do now is Jiren, who is an absolute nightmare. I might see, I'll probably add a bit at the beginning in the editor. Like if I fight Jiren a whole bunch of times and actually just can't beat him, maybe I'll keep this video as just all the other fights, but obviously, ideally, the Jiren fight is at the end. I mean, if you're seeing this and there's still time left on the video, the Jiren fight is at the end and the timestamp will have been in the description. But there you go. That's every boss except for full power Jiren, beaten with no items. Interesting with the layout of the stage, the fact that you can fight any number of the bosses of your choice, but have to fight Aniraza or Jiren to actually end the stage, which is interesting. So let me know how you got on with all the bosses so far. And yeah, hopefully Jiren is up next. Okay, so it's time for Jiren, the new final boss of Dokkan. I've seen a lot of people talking about this guy already. I've had a good few attempts, and I tried a few like no item attempts. And boy, this guy is he's kind of crazy. I think the combination, what it is, the thing that I find the most difficult or the most frustrating about him in terms of like how to manage the event is the fact that he has the AoE, which does pretty decent damage. It does 2 million damage and it doesn't drop off with each hit. So like a lot of bosses that have an AoE attack, the follow-up attacks after the first one do like half the damage. His doesn't. He just does 2 million damage to everyone on the rotation, and you can't dodge. So anyone who would need to super attack first in order to get their defense, who would rely on dodge, like for something like an AoE, like for example Super Saiyan 3 to Super Saiyan 4 Goku, become very difficult to run in the event because they can't dodge. So yeah, we're not going to worry about using items here or not. Well, we are going to use items. That's the whole point. So I'm going to go ahead and there's no point wasting UI Goku's dodge, the only turn where he gets the guaranteed dodge, because obviously he can't actually dodge on this turn. So we're going to go ahead and throw out the Icarus here straight away. That gives some of these characters, you know, in excess of 100% dodge damage reduction chance. So that puts them in a pretty good spot. Vegeta should be able to do some okay damage. Obviously not the craziest links on this setup or anything. But Goku slot 1 before Jiren gets any build up with the Icarus active as well will be perfectly fine. Now Jiren gets 22% extra attack with each turn passed up to 110%. So he gets stronger and stronger each turn. He also gives you -3 ki. He gives enemies minus 11% attack and minus 11% defense with each turn passed no more than minus 99%. So if you get stuck in this like first phase for a considerable amount of turns, all of your characters get massively debuffed by his passive, which is very, very bad. So Obviously, we want to try and get out of this phase as quickly as possible, especially when it comes to, you know, like managing our items and stuff. Ideally, I want to try and only use the Icaruses for this phase against the normal Jiren, and then save the Whis for the full power Jiren. But obviously, we will see how that plays out here. The Boo Duo obviously getting their attacks off here so they can get their stacks. Again, with like an Icarus active on their second appearance in slot 1, they get that 50% damage reduction. The Icarus would put them to 85%. So if they get a good amount of stacks on that first turn, 85% damage reduction and guard plus that high defense will mean that they tank in slot 1 perfectly fine. But I mean, Jiren has a lot of HP, 600 million HP in fact. So yeah, we've got quite a lot to contend with, really. But we'll see how we go. I should have turned the animations off. We're going to get to see all the intro animations for everyone. I think I only had them on because the last thing I recorded was finishing off an event with like the Spirit Bomb, and I wanted to see the Spirit Bomb animation, and then I always forget to turn them off again. So I get to enjoy all of the intros here. So the thing is, yeah, the GT duo, not super great against AoEs, but obviously the Icarus is active, so they should be fine. So we do this, because at least they have guard, and they have like 85% damage reduction. Vegeta not going to be able to get the rainbow orbs here. I kind of want to save the rainbow orbs for potential, or save the Goku orb change for potentially when we're going to get the standbys going off. But remember, Vegeta has base 40% damage reduction. So with the Icarus active, he still has 75% damage reduction. So 46k, that's fine. I mean, the team, we have over 1 million HP to the point where that 46k hit didn't even put us below 1 million HP. So pretty good for this team. And then obviously Vegeta can get his stacks off here. We want Vegeta to get as many stacks as possible, and then when we get to the last phase where we can actually dodge, then using the Super Saiyan 4s as the Goku part of the card will be very beneficial for us, because we can pump out some big damage, get the buffs with the Spirit Bombs, and then obviously have that high dodge chance after he's gotten off all the attacks. Although the Goku's riskier against like the super attacks or like the AoEs, but he should get enough stacks from the Vegeta early on that the AoEs should be okay. But the thing is, Jiren builds up his attack to 110% extra, which that means his AoEs are then doing like 3.2 million to everyone on the rotation by the time you get to turn, what, like 5? So, and of course at that point you've been debuffed 55%. So it's pretty crazy, the combination of like abilities that he has with the fact that you then also can't dodge. So yeah, it's an interesting one. But things like the Icarus, there are characters like that STR Blue Goku, who obviously we can't dodge currently until we get to the last phase, or we use his active skill. But he has 70% damage reduction as it is anyway. So if we use the Icarus, that puts him to over 100% damage reduction. And so then obviously he just tanks everything for double-digit damage. And then by the time we get to use his active skill, well, we'll keep him on rotation to be a slot 1. So actually we should be probably getting a rotation. Like, he should be back on rotation again after this next turn. Because, I mean, we haven't done half of Jiren's HP. So we certainly will be getting another turn. But yeah, let's see what we're looking like start of next turn here. So we are at what level of defense here with you guys? So they're at 2.68 million. So currently, with the fact they have guard and obviously throwing out like the Icarus, they'll be perfectly fine for tanking the AoE. Are you serious? Oh, actually, this Jiren can be attack lowered. So to be honest, getting the 12 key super with Goku is actually not that bad of a thing. Even though obviously the 18 key super buffs everybody else's defense, which is very good. But go ahead and do this here. And then not going to get the EX. Well, we could get the EX technically still for Goku. You can get it off the 12 key. But it's definitely funny seeing Blue Goku, like, not dodge a super in slot 1 and not have to worry that it's going to kill you. Because usually that is how the boy lets you down, right? But here we should be fine. Everyone has their guard or damage reduction or high defense for the turn as it is. And then the Icarus providing that little bit of extra. Goku now being able to attack lower. Jiren hopefully a couple of times here with the additionals. So every little helps considering he's getting stronger and stronger each turn. So being able to put a couple of debuffs on him is definitely helpful. But get some more stacks for these guys, and then obviously we'll be able to use the standby for them. And then ideally, this is one of those fights that will go on long enough that we can charge up the standby, hopefully to the point where, I mean, that's the thing, what we really don't want is to get to the next rotation with these guys, put them in the standby, go all the way round the 5 turns, and this phase of Jiren not be dead yet would be super, super annoying. Because obviously we want to be able to use the Spirit Bomb once we get to the second phase and just get rid of a big chunk of the second phase Jiren's HP, like, straight away. That was 181 million EX super for Goku. That's kind of crazy. I mean, that's what we need here, though, right? We need to be doing this damage. Oh, no, wait, that was only 18. Sorry, yeah, because it was his 12 key and he was in slot 3. Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. Right, so these guys, again, they build up their own damage reduction. They've supered 4 times. So with the Icarus active, they have 75% damage reduction here. So, and guard, so they should be fine. Vegeta, obviously, before attacking, has 30%. So he has 65% before he attacks. And he's received, what, 2 attacks. So he actually has currently 85% damage reduction before he attacks. So he should be fine. Not a lot of ki, though. And not a great amount of ki for the Vegeta at the end here, either. So we'll do this. Yeah, I'm going to have to do the orb change. Otherwise, I just can't get enough the rainbow orbs or just the ki in general, which is annoying. Because, yeah, we can still only get 2 rainbow orbs, but get a decent amount of ki. And then, yeah, hopefully we should be good here. I mean, Vegeta still taking 19k from the AoE is actually kind of scary, because if he gets super attacked here, that would be not ideal. It took less damage from the normal attack, though. Although I suppose, yeah, he builds up damage reduction with each hit he takes, so as soon as he got hit by that first hit, he got another 10% damage reduction. So I guess that's fine. And then we get the defense raises from the supers. Man, considering it's been this many turns and we still haven't gotten the... he's not even at half HP. That's kind of crazy. 224k. These guys are going to get that extra little bit of damage reduction as well from getting the last attack that they need. Their crit chance should be built up to the full 50% now as well. And mine still have a decent bit of crit in healing potential. So, yeah, ideally they're just critting on all of their super attacks here. But yeah, this isn't the craziest setup for some of these guys. Like, using the UI or Blue Evolution Vegeta because they work well as a slot 1 for this team, but they don't have a crazy amount of links. So obviously the Vegeta not doing the kind of insane damage that we can see him do in other setups. But there's the EX Super, that gives us another little buff, but still only 22 mil. Like Jiren, the fact that we've used our 2 Icaruses and we've only done like half of his health is kind of scary. Like, I don't want to use a Whis in like this next phase, but considering I may have to. I mean, we've got Blue Goku who can use his active skill, so he'll be able to dodge. We're going to put those guys into their standby. I'm sure we'll find a way to beat this Jiren that's absolutely been destroying me. Like, I've been recording attempts at this stage for like over an hour. Just fighting Jiren. Going straight to the Jiren fight. But he is pretty crazy. So yeah, we'll go ahead and use Goku's active skill. So Goku will now be able to dodge. Use that Vegito sword. I forgot how awesome this active skill attack is. I love the fact it's got like the sort of like heat blur sort of thing from the sword, like as it comes across his face. It looks so good. So big active skill damage. Then let's turn the animations off because we don't need to keep seeing all of these. I need to remember. Right, so we'll stand by these guys. So they're at 2.3 million defense. 8 orbs gives them 88% damage reduction. And obviously they have guard. So then that leaves them fine there. There's 3 rainbow orbs there. So if we do that, we can get some attack lower. Oh no, he got the 18 key, never mind. So that's, yeah, that gives you that extra bit of damage reduction. We don't have the item active now though, so I don't know. Vegeta's built up a decent, hopefully a decent bit of defense here. Because Jiren's normals, when he's fully maxed out, are only doing like 3 mil. So Vegeta should be okay. Goku got the dodge. 500k. Okay, geez. Did he super in slot 1? I didn't see. Because if he supers Vegeta, we just die again, which is super annoying. It's also the fact that it's like 5 turns, but it's also been like, I'm looking at the recording thing now, it's been like 15 minutes. And that's the #1 frustration with this stage, and getting to like a certain point and then dying. Is just like even the map, to be honest. The fact that you can't just like turn left and go straight to Jiren or whatever, you have to go up the path. And I have one time only made that mistake. I managed to misclick the screen slightly and go right into one of the fights instead of going forwards up the map, so then having to quit out and go back in, which is annoying. I mean, technically I could have just done the fight, but it's kind of a waste of time, really, more than anything else. But yeah, hopefully with Goku having hit him with some attack lowers and then Vegeta getting the supers off here, if he's only normal attacking, hopefully we can just tank them all. But I don't know if we can go from taking 500k to taking like, you know, 50k or whatever. I mean, we could take a couple of hits that were like 100k and we'd still be fine. But yeah, I don't know. No Saiyan Raw active. We've not got like support on this rotation or anything. Okay, we do go to taking double-digit damage. Okay. Whew. See, the problem is I don't want to use the Spirit Bomb here. But, man, like, how do I get through this? I mean, I'm just going to have to use an item, aren't I? Like, there's just not anything else I can really do here. Because these guys have built up their 50% damage reduction, so a Whis would put them to 90% with guard. It is for 2 turns. And then the hope would just be that we do enough damage. I mean, if I... Nah, they would die. If I standbyed them into the Vegeta, the active skills from Goku and Vegeta combined, like, wouldn't be enough, unfortunately. So... yeah, I think we just have to... I've only got 142k start of turn. Like, that's crazy. What do we do here? I don't want to die and get the revival this... it's just too early. And I don't want to be wasting, like, the active skills and stuff, but... I almost feel like we... It's almost like we have to. I mean, maybe I float them off and go for like the crazy double Spirit Bomb turn. Because how much extra defense do you get? Because he's been hit 5 times. So he's got, before attacking, he's got like 80% damage reduction here, plus the Whis, so he's actually over 100. Then after he's attacked, he's still at like 90%. So actually, he should be fine. Like, we shouldn't have to use his active skill. And then Goku, obviously his active skill would be for the damage, which... maybe I should just do it. We need to make sure we get out of this phase before we get stuck with like the standby, because we need to use the Buu Duo standby Spirit Bomb against the second phase Jiren. We can't be getting stuck in this phase using it. So we'll do that. And then do this, I guess. So with the Whis, we should be fine. The problem is we're also not getting a crazy amount of orbs, which we want for building up the Spirit Bomb standby. But, man. Alright, so yeah, Jiren super attacking Vegeta is exactly what we want, because he's got over 100% damage reduction before attacking. So that's fine. Only a 20 mil attack stat, though. Sheesh. I wonder if I should use double Daima Goku leads. I could build the team so that I could use a Rainbow Friend Daima Goku instead of a Rainbow Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta. Because the thing is, I get unlucky with the EX supers, but if he is hitting them, then obviously he does do a lot of damage as well as buffing everybody else's attack. Because I feel like the problem that we're getting stuck on here is that we are stuck in this first phase for too long. And having to use like 3 of our 4 items in the first phase is not really what we want. At least we got the additional with a crit, so that's good. And then the GT Duo should... I mean, they're not doing crazy damage here either, but it's because we're getting massively debuffed as well. That's the thing I keep forgetting, is we're now... what is this, turn 6? So we're now... all of our characters have 66% minus attack. That's the other reason why it takes so long to actually finish this guy off, because all of our units are getting like massively debuffed, which is brutal. I know you can, I don't know if that team is going to be best to use, but I know you can use like Gohan, the AGL Gohan and Gamma 1, like his active skill like cures status effects. So that has that ability where it stops you from, like it takes away that damage basically. Okay, so I need to get, yeah, good orbs for them, otherwise they won't tank. Well, actually, we've got the Whis active, so it's not as bad, but we need to get good orbs for them anyway, because we obviously want to get the... charge up the Spirit Bomb as much as possible. There's 4 rainbow orbs there, which I really need. Well, he's got the Whis active. I suppose it's not as bad. I was going to say, I really need Vegeta to be getting those, but... have I used this Goku's orb change yet? Yes, because none of them changed. Okay. So, that's awkward. Oh, actually, no, there are 4... there's 4 rainbow orbs right there. For Vegeta. Let's go. And obviously, we've still got the Whis active. Oh, this is crazy. Like, I don't know if we'll kill him this turn because we're so massively debuffed. We will debuff him as well a little bit with the blue Goku, hopefully doing the additional 12 key super. But like, we need to kill him on the next turn. Otherwise, we're basically wasting the Buu Duo Spirit Bomb, which... I don't know how much that debuff plays into effect. Like, I'm assuming, does the debuff go away after you get out of the first phase? Because that's going to be very annoying to have gotten this far and then have, like, the Spirit Bomb do basically nothing because we got stuck in this phase for too long. Yeah, also getting the EX Super and doing 10 million. Oh boy, is that, like, debuff, like, massively noticeable. But the thing is, if you're gonna, you can only bring 2 items, so you can't bring like a Senzu Bean and use that to get rid of all the attack lowering, because that would do that. But we realistically need our item slots for the damage reduction items. So Yeah, this is insane. Because when you get to like 9 turns in, you'll be 99% like damage reduction, like attack lowered, which is ridiculous. Like, how am I supposed to do anything at this point? Like, if I use Vegeta's active skill, realistically, it's not really going to do a lot. I think we might just be cooked. This is the Goku whose Spirit Bomb I did use already, isn't it? Okay, no. But it's gonna. Oh man, do I just have to use it? And we don't have the Whis active on this turn either, so I've got to be really careful with how the orbs end up going. I mean, yeah, I feel like I've got no choice, but just I have to just throw out like all of the active skills here now. And even then, I think we're going to be cutting it really close to whether we actually manage to kill him or not. Okay, I shouldn't have floated off Dana Goku. I didn't think that was going to do that much damage. Okay, well, fortunately, that means we get to this point. Watch me just immediately die. Oh, actually, I can't, technically. So, okay, this is going to be fun. So, we do this. Then we do this. That puts us up to 68 orbs, which realistically isn't even really all that many. So, do I want to do this first? And get another 7 orbs. I mean, 7 orbs isn't going to make a huge amount of difference, but Vegeta attacking first would obviously then make it so that the Buu Duo does more damage. But realistically, Vegeta's just going to die to getting hit by Jiren there anyway, so realistically we should just do this. So, Buu Duo Spirit Bomb, here we go. 3 bars of his HP off straight away. I'll take that. So, then we can just go ahead and grab this. And then grab some orbs for Vegeta. You watch like Blue Goku immediately not dodge in slot 1 or something. Okay. Alright, so that's a bit more like it, rather than Goku doing a 10 million attack stat for his 18 key super. So yeah, the debuff does wear off once you get out of that phase, so that's good. What's actually really funny is we could potentially just one-turn this. Now that all the attack debuffing has worn off, we might actually just be able to kill him, which would be quite funny. He can't be attack lowered, but the additional supers from Goku obviously still doing some nice extra damage, so that's fine. And then, yeah, that's 600k. And then the Buu Duo, 61 million here, thanks to the buff from the Super Saiyan Vegeta, as well as some of the links that we get from him. So, yeah, that was some big damage. I mean, we know we're going to die this turn regardless, but ideally, the Buu Duo tanks here, and then Vegeta dies in the final slot, because then he gets to attack first. So, damn, we've done a lot of damage in one turn. This guy has 800 million HP. So bear that in mind. He has 200 million HP more than the Phase 1 Jiren. But because we've been able to build up, we're not being debuffed constantly now. The amount of damage that we've done in one turn here is actually kind of crazy. Okay, they took... Oh, he crits on every single attack, by the way. So, 700k, but... Haha, instead of dying, eat 999, whatever it is, million damage for you right there in your face. And the other cool thing as well is that now that we haven't used UI Goku this entire time, we can now do this, and UI Goku has a 100% chance to dodge. So UI Goku will now guarantee dodge all the attacks in slot 1 here. And then I think I've used both the Vegeta like orb changes now. I don't think I've used... One of them doesn't use their active skill though. I think. Have they? Is it this one? Yes. So if we do this, just so we can get some extra links active here. Fire off this Spirit Bomb. Do another big chunk of damage. I think we just win. Because UI Goku can't be hit. And then if we keep Goku on rotation here, then he's going to do some big damage. And then Vegeta is got the 4 rainbow orbs at the end. So I think we just win, which is actually insane when you think how long that first phase took and how close we came. And then we got into the second phase and we don't even need to use an item here. Like, we're just going to win. Which is kind of crazy. I say that, but you watch. Like, I didn't use the Wii, so you watch the rainbow, like, Goku friend is going to do his attacks, leave Jiren with, like, 1 HP and then, like, not dodge a super or something. But no, I think with the damage that you're doing here, and then we got the Goku linked with the Vegeta, the rainbow friend, I think he should be fine. I think we only got 6 int orbs, though, because I think he got 10 orbs, but 4 of them were rainbow. Okay, that's... is that 123 million attack? Okay, well, I think he might be fine. I think we might be okay here. Yeah, there you go. Oh boy, so that is Jiren. It's actually insane how quickly that second phase went, considering the slog that was the first phase. But like the huge game changer, of course, is instantly the fact that once you get into that second phase, you actually are able to dodge. But yeah, there you go. That took 29 odd minutes for just the Jiren fight. So, and of course we get our worthy reward of a Z sword and then 3 stones. So there you go. All the missions done. Jiren finally defeated. That was crazy. At some point I'll probably try some no item runs on stream with some different teams and stuff, but yeah, that was definitely crazy. So let me know what you guys think down below. Have you managed to beat Jiren? What team did you use? Did you use items? I assume most people probably did. I know that it can be done with no items if you get the right RNG, and like, you know, I've seen Truth has done it, so obviously full rainbow everyone team. But let me know how you guys got on with this stage and how long it took, how many attempts, if you can remember. But yeah, absolutely crazy. Glad that we finally got it done. So let me know what you guys think of this stage and the Jiren boss down below in the comment section. So that is going to be it for the video, guys. This has been the Master Ningen. Smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new. Check out the links down below, and I will see you all again soon. Have a good one.